I was on Netflix and I saw that the movie Troy, the Odyssey, was trending. Now, I love the Trojan War, I love the Odyssey, so I put it on. Now, you can tell right away it's going to be an awful movie, but I think it's so bad that it becomes very enjoyable to watch. The Room is the classic example of that movie that's so bad. It's almost remarkable that a movie this bad could get made, and you get a lot of pleasure out of watching it. And I thought that this movie, obviously it's not The Room, I mean, what is? But it really is getting into that epic bad movie territory. Now, they clearly don't have much of a budget to work with. You see the walls of Troy, it looks like something you could scale with a stepladder. That's how small it is. And the fight scenes, again, they're bad, but they're so bad, you could almost be generous and say it's a kind of satire or spoof. So someone hops towards someone, plant their feet, and then slowly swings their sword, and then they flex their abs, and the camera zooms in on their abs. Now, you could say that's a somewhat funny satire of the over-sexualized images we see of past battles, whether you see it with Brad Pitt in the movie Troy or in the movies like 300. So if you want to be generous, you could say it's some kind of meta commentary on the genre itself. If you want to be probably more realistic, you could say it's just epic and how bad it really is. And as far as accuracy to the source material, I feel like they were trolling source material purists with just how they tried to get as many details as wrong as possible. So the basic story, first of all, Priam, he curses Odysseus by sending the Kraken after him. I don't remember that in the original material. Rather, Circe in the original is this witch who transforms men into pigs. They've turned her into a Trojan princess who they take captive and is kind of the love interest in the story. And then the Sirens, rather than being things that are towards the end of the story, the Sirens happen first. There's a nymph called Calypso that she and Odysseus are stuck on this island together. They kind of jam the Sirens, Calypso, the Lotus Eaters part of the Odyssey. They jam that all into one thing at the beginning. Then they go to the underworld, and in the underworld they put a labyrinth, a minotaur, and the cyclops. They put them all in the underworld for some reason. So I think it's immensely enjoyable, if you actually do know the story, to just see how they tried to get as many things wrong as they possibly could. And the dialogue and interactions between the characters, it was so stilted, so cheesy. I kept waiting for the characters to start having sex with each other because the dialogue reminded you of Troy the Sex Odyssey. If I hadn't found this on Netflix, I would think it was some kind of horrible porno spoof of the Trojan War and of the Odyssey. So if you're a fan of great horrible movies that are so bad and so terrible, you just watch them because you're just amazed that all these actors, all this money, all the resources, again, didn't have the biggest budget, but there was surely a budget. A lot of effort and time went into making this. So it's kind of something to just watch the spectacle. So as definitely a bad movie, of course, but as far as I think there's bad movies, and there's movies that are so bad they're kind of genius and kind of great, and I'd say this is the latter.